time it is?
Boom shakalaka! Yes. Why don't you say boom shakalaka around the Cedar Valley then?
Okay.
All right. Welcome to the best show on the internet. And
Yes,
welcome. It's Friday. You've made it.
that's right.
Thank you for watching the best show on the internet.
Yes, and we've had our technological ups and downs and forgetting stuff, but we're here, y'all. We're here to do what we do every Friday.
Yes. Well, let's get to it, Shaviva. We got a great show. I'm Rocky.
And I'm Shaviva.
And this is
North End Update. That's right.
Right.
We want to shout out our special frequent viewers, Gabriel Benson, Charles Young, Amber Nosbit Smith, Tina Paney.
Bobby Colson, Paul Lovelace, and Sierra, how do you say her name? Satira Hodges. And Kara's Golden. All right, today our guests are going to be Bryan Sink and of Bryan's Blue Plate.
Yes.
And our city guru, Mayor Quentin Hart, will be joining us in just a minute.
Yes, indeed.
We want to thank you for making us the best show.
On the internet,
And
yes.
stay tuned to our Give It Air. We probably should just open up the shot. I'm not used to having the mayor sitting and waiting.
I know.
It's like it feels so strange. You read one line and I'll read the next. How about that? And
Something
there's Bryan
like that,
too.
yes.
Okay, Mayor's our co-host. So we got Bryan here. It's all TV magic. We can do it how we want to.
That's
because
right.
we sit right in the middle of 4th Street.
That's right.
Right.
It's your city.
Your show.
You've been around the world, right?
Yeah.
That's right.
And Bryan, we're so happy about this new show you got coming up. We're going to hear a lot more about that.
It's exciting.
Yes, in just a minute. In our talking point today, we're going to talk about setting boundaries, and I know you know how to do that.
I do. So
You
I
know
can't
how to
wait.
And Bryan, what about you? You know how to set some boundaries?
Sometimes.
I know.
It's a process learning how, but it's something everybody needs to do.
Right.
Yes.
And you guys both know that we're celebrating 6 years of positivity from a North End perspective. And
course.
Bryan, you missed the show. I mean, you missed the awards event.
I did. I wasn't there.
I
But I
know.
love my award. It's beautiful.
Do you?
It's beautiful.
Have you met Les Wild?
I have not.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
well,
I have
he's
not.
kind of a big deal. So.
Yeah. But it's
Yeah.
gorgeous.
Oh,
Yeah.
good. Mayor, what did you think about the award ceremony?
I have mine right upstairs. It was a great program, great tribute to a lot of good people, and also you two were the hosts with the most, so appreciated the opportunity.
Oh, thank you. I
Yes,
think
thank
Agnes
you.
has a few photos. I don't know if she'd show them. Some of the photos were. It was the lighting was so. There's a couple of the awards.
That's me.
Oh, is that yours? Oh my! And did you hang yours or did you set it up on the? There's the mayor getting his award.
It's in my office, so whenever I do a Zoom, you can see it in the backdrop. So.
Oh, nice. And there's Kent with his award. And unfortunately, Bryan, you had to make some boundaries. You had to say, there's Travis with his award. And you had to say no to us.
Well, I was missing a key employee that night. So.
Yes.
You have to do what you have to do.
I'm glad you're
Yes.
here today, Bryan. I know it's a sacrifice anytime you get away from there because I think that's all you do.
I do a lot of it, yeah.
You work.
Do a lot.
All right. Well, we have our talking point today. And it is what, Shaviva? And it's brought to you by the Grout Museum.
Yes, indeed. Make sure to check out their new exhibit, The Toy Box, Generations of Play. But setting boundaries. We are talking about setting boundaries today for our talking point. And it can be as simple as sentences like, I can't do it, but I can help you find someone who can. Or I can't attend, but I appreciate you thinking of me. Or, I'm not really interested, but thanks anyway.
What are some of yours?
Oh,
How do
what
you
do-
actually say no?
how do I say no? Kindly.
I know, it's hard.
like she just said, you want to do it, but you can't do everything. So you always try to find win-win solutions for people. So just in the way that you described is the way I try to do it as well.
How about you, Bryan? Do you delegate? Do you
It's hard for me to say no to
Oh.
things. Yeah, I have a hard time with it.
You know, I had a hard time too for a long time, but then I just started saying no.
Yeah.
I was like, nope. And you know what I found out too? because I'm kind of seasoned. And once you get our age, you kind of figure out how to do these things. But you really just, you figure out how to not do things by just saying no, I guess, you know, and people. Okay, so here's the thing with me. I never, and now that
Come
I'm
on, let's hear it.
retired-
Let's hear it.
here
We listen.
comes, here it comes.
Everyone out there is listening to this.
Retired now for quite a while. So I don't like, I used to be on committees and boards. Shaviva, you go on board. She'll
yes,
join a
I'm
board in
so-
a minute. But me, I usually just kind of try to stay home and take care of things that have to do with North End Update. Because I don't like people thinking I'm going to be a certain place at a certain time, because before people have had to wait for me. And then everybody's sitting around the table, where's Rocky? Now they don't sit around the table because I'm not coming.
But you're also a resource, though, right? So if someone says, hey, we need someone to come in and help do this, you may not be able to do it, but maybe you can direct it to someone else. I think
Sure.
with any of this conversation about creating boundaries, you don't want to be on so many boards or so many different committees that you are no
Yes.
good to that committee,
Yes.
to where you're barely holding on and you can't give any input or do anything additional. And so that's a situation I find myself in sometimes. So I kind of take a step back and I'm like, okay, I can't do it, but well, I know who to call now.
You're still right, and you're still at that age where you need to be there and do things, and you want to stay busy. Not me. I'm
Yeah.
past that.
It finally
And
dawned on
you-
me that I get the same 24 hours that
As-
everybody
yes.
else gets, and so, you know, there comes a point where certain things, just as you said, Mayor, you want to be effective in the things that you are committed to. So you can't say yes to everything. Sometimes,
So
you
I've
know,
seen you back down too.
I have to.
How about you, Bryan? You say it's not even hard for you.
It's hard for me.
It is.
Because I'm in the service industry.
Oh,
and so
sure.
the right answer is always yes.
Okay.
And then you kind of have to backwards engineer it to make it a no,
I see.
disguised as a
A
yes.
couple of years ago, I was on like 20, 25 different boards. I mean, you get to the point where you don't even get to see your children.
Right.
Because you're constantly doing other things. So it does require some type of balance, and hopefully people understand that.
Yes, and know that you're an adult and it's okay to say no. So hopefully somebody needed to hear that. Do we have any comments on that, Ed? Anybody got a input?
No comment.
No comments. Okay, so we're going to move right along to our Give It Air. This is a tough one now. This is all about the skin we're in and when can we be judged by the content of our character, knowing that being black in America kind of sometimes means that you're being prejudged before you even meet someone. I've had it
Absolutely.
happen to me, and I've often talked about how I raised my son to kind of be nice to, okay, I always use the example of Bridges because my dad used to live there, and Travis was a tall black man, and all these little older white people would be scared, terrified of my son just because he got on the elevator. And he didn't know that he was terrifying. So here's my advice to him, Travis, smile, be polite, because you're scaring the little white people. And I think that's, I know I say things differently than other people, but and he tells me now he's glad that I said that I taught him that, because he didn't know that people looked at him because he was black in a different way, and it's just a fact of life, and that's the talk that I think black parents have sometimes.
Yeah, it is. It's sort of a coping mechanism that you have to come up with, but we end up
It's
getting
inexcusable,
confronted with situations such as with this young man, Ralph Yarl, who got shot for knocking on the door or ringing the bell or whatever happened. He was trying to pick up his siblings.
Yes.
And no warning, no anything. You just showed up black. That's it.
That's it.
And you got shot. And so for all of the talk about judging people by the content of their character instead of the color of their skin, sometimes that goes out the window. And so that's something I think we really need to, as a nation, do a better job of confronting, because what are you supposed to just like become invisible or?
No, stay black. That's
Oh,
one of
yeah.
our Give It Airs next time, though. What are your thoughts on this whole incident, if you have anything
Yeah,
to say, Bryan?
last night, Coach Brett Carmichael shared a story with the people that were at the first half of his fundraiser. And his son was autistic, and Brett raised him as a single parent. And Brett is black, so he's had that talk with his son. But it's compounded by the fact that his son is autistic. So they were pulled over by the police at some point when the son was younger. And the son got out of the car quickly and created a commotion. And so all the same factors that we're talking about with this incident kind of came into play, plus a young man who wasn't clearly interpreting what was going on around him. So it is, and that's why he started his foundation that's created a decal to put on your car or your home if you have an autistic child, to help the police or the first responders understand that there's something going on.
Yeah.
So it's not the same situation, but it's related to it. He, the fact that he and his son were black and were pulled over by the police was different.
And
than
difficult.
than if my son and I had been pulled over by the police. And that's a tough thing to get or to relate to.
Yeah, yeah. It is.
Just making
You have
sure you're
any
mic'd up.
thoughts on this topic,
Just
Mayor?
really quickly, just to reiterate a point, can't wait for the days where we're judged on the content of our character, not the color of our skin. And folks are preconditioned to have a certain response based upon what color you are, but we also have to give our children a pre-response based upon their color of their skin. So it'd be good to get to that day where it's the content of our character that people judge.
Yeah, and I love your optimism, and I'm always trying to be optimistic as well, but I feel like, throughout my life it's just been the same way. I don't know if there'll ever be a change, because we started so far in the hole with slavery, but then that's a whole.
I didn't say it would happen. I said
No.
it would be good.
It would be good. I really don't think it can happen. I'm sorry. I think what we can do though is this, and on a one-on-one level, because and in groups, protests.
I'm claiming it. It can happen.
Absolutely.
You're claiming it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love it. Okay.
It
Well.
can happen. It has to.
Okay.
Okay.
We're gonna end on that. It's gonna happen. All right.
We're going to end on that. We're going to begin on that.
There you go.
Oh, starting
Yes.
point. I love it. All right, now we're going to talk about how you've been around the world. My.
Okay.
Tell us about your trip, Mayor. You just got back from where?
Israel. Had a chance to go to Jerusalem, go and see some of the old religious, historic sites, learn about Israel as a whole, as a country. Had an opportunity to go to Tel Aviv and learn, met mayors, educators, theorists, community activists. Just met a wealth of different people and learning about how they're living, what's going on with their country. And as you can see, there are some challenging times that are there right now, but very beautiful, very historic. So I was very grateful to be a part of that trip.
That's what I was going to ask, if there was any sort of protest and unrest going on while you were over there.
There was.
Okay.
It was mostly due to the conversations regarding the structure of the national government, whether it was moving to a constitution or moving to this group having control in the political infrastructure. That's where there was a lot of protests taking place. But after that, it ended up being some back and forth based upon what happened at a synagogue and what happened in between Palestinians and Israel. So, yeah, it got a little bit heated. There were protests. The night we left, I think there were about 600,000 people protesting in the street at that time. So got a chance to hear some of the underbelly of what was happening, why it was happening. So yeah, it was really good. And, I think it was like 14, 15 years ago. So Tel Aviv is along the Mediterranean. 14, 15 years ago, I had a chance to go to Egypt. And so I was fortunate enough to be on both ends of the Mediterranean, seeing different perspectives in the way that people think and feel and live.
Yes.
Now, what was the actual focus of the trip that you took?
It was an educational trip with the American Jewish Coalition, an opportunity for, I think, the mayor of San Diego, Richmond, Virginia. So it was about 8 to 10 of us that had gone on. And I think over the course of the years, they've probably taken close to 200 to 300 different mayors and different groups to Israel to kind of hear about the culture, how is life, but also an opportunity to be able to ask any question that we wanted to ask at all. But it's mostly educational and a great opportunity to learn.
Well, it's great to have a worldview and not just, your own community, but to know how other cultures live. So, yeah. And when you got home, what did you do? I mean, what's been going on lately? I see you took a picture of the Park Avenue stuff. Is that progressing to your liking?
Absolutely. Things are moving forward. We're redoing infrastructure here, so there may be a little bit of discomfort while the bridge is closed and the 11th Street Bridge is closed, looking at the work finally going to be completed at some point with the convention center. A lot of great news, a lot of late progress. A lot of great progress is happening, so just really good to catch up on that. And then just looking at the work being done at North Crossing all the way to Paradise Estates.
Paradise Estates?
Oh,
Where's that? Up north?
Out south, going near not near the Orange School in that area. So there's a development there all the way back to the north side of town as well. So that's the really good thing about it. Slowly but surely, we're seeing progress taking place across this community.
When are you going to turn those great lights on the river?
Oh man,
On the
wait
river.
till
You got lights on the river?
Wait till you see.
Oh, it's
and
crazy.
the marina, I love that the way that
The lights.
their lights are gonna be on
You will
River
not
Road. Will I
believe
be able
what's
to see 'em?
now eventually, but I mean the lights along the 4th Street Bridge, the pedestrian. So that whole pedestrian bridge changes colors, red, white, and blue. If it's
Oh my goodness.
Black History Month, whatever the situation is, the colors change, and it also
how beautiful.
works with the lights up along the convention center. The water will light up too.
What?
Yeah.
Lit up water. Well,
Oh, yeah, we
that's
lit,
one-
we lit, huh?
We lit, right? I
Okay,
just want
yeah.
to tell you that now that Travis is down on 4th Street.
I saw it. I saw the
he got his
office.
sign up and all of that. Listen, I'm driving up and down 4th Street like the old days.
Right,
Seeing
right.
who hanging out downtown
We-
because it's just so busy. You see people walking. I love it. And today I saw Bryan's blue plate right, I'm sitting on 4th Street, right straight ahead. All I can see is the logo. I love that too.
a big
about
sign.
your presence down here in downtown.
Well, I'm glad to be back on 4th Street. I was spent 3 years on 4th Street several years ago and liked it very much.
Oh yeah,
And,
we
glad to be
That's
remember.
where we first met you.
Oh, yeah.
Glad
Your
to be back.
hospitality was outstanding.
Thank
we
you.
loved your place.
I'm happy to be back.
Yeah.
Really happy to be back.
Okay, yeah. Talk about how well, I'm just framing it like that because from what I can see, it looks like things are going really great. How well things are going at the Blue Plate.
They're going good. Of course, it's pretty easy to make things look perfect on Facebook. So
course,
but they're good.
Yeah.
And tonight we have a great event. It's the second night of Coach Brett Carmichael's autism awareness benefit.
Oh.
And he's booked the East High Jazz Band to come play a set. And he's got a funk band that's going to play. We've got a band that starts at 6 o'clock, so a lot of live
Tonight?
music going on tonight. Yeah, it's going to be a great night of entertainment.
Oh my.
And if you get a chance to come out and support Brett's cause, he'd sure love to have you. So
All right, and that's tonight. So your restaurant's going to be open. You got somebody
Business as
running the
usual.
store. Okay, because
Yeah.
we wanted Amelia and I were going to go there for dinner. Shaviva
Yay.
and our guests. So yeah.
yeah, business as usual. And then there's at 8 o'clock there's a $20 ticket that you can purchase to help support the cause for the balance of the evening's music. So it's going to be a fun night.
It will be.
Yeah.
Now, you mentioned having been down on 4th Street before when you were at your former location. How different is this experience, this restaurant experience?
Yes.
The restaurant itself is more casual, and the whole spirit of it is a little looser. So I like it. Most importantly, there are no stairs at this one.
Oh, okay.
And I
Did
like that.
everybody fall down the stairs?
I
did
like
you?
that.
No.
No, I'm just too old to go up and down stairs.
Or up?
So they were both wonderful restaurants. This one is just
Yeah.
it's got 2 stages.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's got 200 seats. It's much bigger.
Yes.
So
And you got a big show coming next weekend. Is that right?
don't we ever? Yeah, I'm really excited about
I
it.
am too. Talk about that.
I met a band several years ago. I was playing a 4th of July party at Fox Ridge Golf Course out in Dyke.
This sounds like a good story.
Yeah, so the fellow that owned the place had booked another band, a second band, and we were going to be the opening band. Well, the second band was from Des Moines, and apparently they had some transportation problems and a couple personnel issues, and they kind of rolled up late on the party, and
Okay.
they're all piling out of their caravan, and it's like, how's this going to go? They took the stage after us, and I was blown away.
Okay.
Blown away. It was a 7-piece band that night.
A
Rhythm and
7
blues,
oh, yeah.
pop music, brilliant singers. There's a gal named Tony Williams that kind of heads up the band. It's Bittersweet Nation.
Okay.
They're from Des Moines. They're going to be at my place next Thursday and Friday.
Thursday and Friday.
And it's going to be a show.
Okay.
They've got full sound and lights and production. It's just going to be amazing. I would
Nice.
call them a show band in some respects because they have a lot of dancing, a lot of moving.
Nice.
It's going to be a great experience. You've seen them before, haven't you, Mayor?
That's what I was thinking. I was going to ask. I thought one time was either the lead singer here or someone, so I thought I saw him before. So looking forward to it.
Anybody that gets a chance to come to the show, it's a free show. There's no cover charge for
You got to
it.
dance though, right? You can't
You
get in
gotta
unless
dance.
you dance.
You
You
have
get in
to-
free if
You
you
have to be
dance.
dancing
I'm gonna
as you
dance
walk
all
up to
the
the building.
way in, all
That
the way out.
sounds great.
I'm gonna be dancing. So yeah, that sounds great, Brian. What's her name? The lead singer?
Tony Williams,
Tony Williams. We have a
Bittersweet
poster.
Nation.
Bittersweet Nation.
We have a poster on our Facebook page, so go look at that and find it, for a reminder, so you don't forget. And we'll keep it in your face because we want to see you there next Thursday.
Next
and
Thursday
Friday
and Friday. Yeah.
At Brian's Blue Plate, where you can go fill up. He got a plate this big, and you fill up the whole plate. Mayor, have you eaten at Brian's?
I have.
And I'm telling you, you don't leave hungry if you do. It's
No,
not
you
their
don't.
fault.
No, there's a to-go box in your future when you come to my place.
Exactly, and so much hospitality and everything.
Thank
So
you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Brian, for talking to us today and being here.
What a pleasure.
It's like old
Always.
times.
Yeah, it is.
Except we
really.
don't drink wine anymore. I
No,
think-
we don't.
Yeah, we're gonna have to get that started again, at least once a month. And thank you, Mayor, for coming from your busy schedule to hang out with us. Talk about Tara Thomas right quick. We got to get her down here.
Yeah, you have to. Tara
She's
started
been doing
3
stuff.
weeks ago, and she gave some analytics already. I think we've increased our connection with the community over 300%.
Wow.
Thousands of people are tuning in. And then, so it's good that we're making that connection with the community, but it's also good because there's a lot of stars that work here that don't get attention. People never hear about them, but they work so hard every day to make this city a great city. So she's highlighting them as well. So we're excited.
That's right. You're doing a great job. We're learning more about the city operations just from hanging out
know.
down here. And we sure
Absolutely.
appreciate our seat on this show. Thank you so much. All right, we got the best birthday people. Oh, Ed has comments. Thank you, Ed.
Just to wrap up the show, we got a few people saying hello. Deborah Hodges Harmon says hello.
Hey,
Jesse
Deb.
Cosby,
Hey.
#1 fan.
Oh,
All right.
yes. We
Lori
love
Ann
you,
Dale
Deb.
says hey y'all.
Hey, LD.
Yep.
Chanel Berry says hey y'all. And
Hey, Chanel.
Yeshi Abibi says
wow.
hello.
All right,
right.
yes,
DC.
she from out of town.
Yeah.
Yes. All right, well, thank you guys, and we got some great birthday people. Shaviva, who
That's
are
right.
they?
That's right. We've got Eddie Cables, Karen Leonard, Hannah Kinney, Timmy Brown Powers, Marilyn DeCoster. Hey, Marilyn, happy birthday.
Yes.
And Robbie Carter. Hey, happy
All right.
birthday.
We have Carolyn Stevenson,
Yes.
Keita Agvese, Vicky Butler, Mike Robinson,
Yes.
Dawn Boone, and Yvette Ferguson.
All
We
right.
Hey,
have a real
Yvette.
singer.
I know we have a real
I mean, not the choo-choo.
singer. I've been practicing.
Okay.
That's how I started singing. Been around the world, my.
Okay. We'll give her a solo. We'll follow your lead.
No, let's let Bryan do something special. Why didn't you bring your guitar? Can you just play the table?
I don't know why I didn't bring my guitar. I have brought my guitar before.
Because
Yes.
I was here. I thought
Yeah,
Brought my
maybe.
guitar before.
Who knows? You're everywhere. Been around the world. No. Okay, Bryan, do something for us, because you know singers like to be put on the spot.
Birthday people.
For the birthday people.
For the birthday people
birthday
and
people.
us, yeah.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Ooh.
Happy birthday, all you birthday people. Happy birthday to you.
Oh,
Okay.
so sentimental. Yes.
All right, thank you.
Thank
Yeah, I
you
can
so
save my
much.
voice, right?
No, because we still gonna do it. I'm
no.
sure you would agree.
It couldn't fit more perfectly
We're gonna have a world party.
on the day you came to be.
Happy birthday to you. Come on, Bryan.
Happy birthday to
Come
you.
on, audience.
Happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
Yay!
Okay.
You can't stop until the fat lady sings.
Or till they
Who the
pull
fat
that, or
lady?
till
Here she
they
is.
pull that button in the back and say,
Oh,
show it.
till Agnes comes out like,
With the
all right,
hook,
you
yeah.
guys.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Bryan. Thank you, Shaviva.
Oh,
You're
thank
taking
you,
a,
Rocky.
yeah, you're welcome, and you're taking a trip, so this is
Yes,
it for
I
you.
am.
Next
Yes,
week.
I will not be here next Friday, but I will definitely be watching. I'll be in Phoenix.
Awesome. And until next time, we want to encourage our viewers to do more stuff that makes you awesome,
That's
like
right. Like
Mayor
our
Hart.
Mayor Hart
and
like
Bryan
Bryan Sing.
Both of you.
Oh,
And
because
It makes us
all
look good.
Yes,
See you
indeed.
next week. If it's Friday,
It's North End Update.
all right. Next time.
Okay.